Humans of the Cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. If you have not heard, there have been some leaks going around on the Yu-Gi-Oh! News cycle stemming from a very big name in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community, or at least a respected name, Pain96. Check out his Twitter if you want to see what I'm referencing here, but I'm going to show you what he has posted here in the last couple of weeks, because he posted a couple of leaks. People thought they were interesting. They have been 100% correct, I believe, so far, and it really is interesting because then it's almost confirming up 2 more archetypes or bits of support that will be coming from there, which is very, very cool. So let's get into the tweets that mattered the most here. We're going to scroll down, and they are right here. So these are the big ones here, of course. Obviously, you have Duelist Nexus here. And then he just posts pictures of the stuff that should be getting support here, I guess, according to whatever source he has. So yeah, you've got Altergeist, not been revealed yet. This is one of the archetypes we have not seen yet, so this almost confirms that we're getting Altergeist support. Very exciting for a lot of players there. Infernoble Knights, we already got those. That support's insane. Evils, their support is nice for them, but I still don't think they're like that good, but whatever, it's nice, cool, but still correct. Nemorelia we got, support's pretty poop. Chimera, the flying mythical beast, this is the craziest one for sure. We'll come back to this in just a sec, but very, very wild. From there, Unchained, their support's very nice, and then Ursark, they got some nice, 2 nice cards as well. So, when we go back and look at it, with everything that's pretty much come out so far has been a part of these early leaks. Awesome. Which means we're pretty much almost confirmed, like I said, Altergeist and Gazelle, whatever Gazelle is. So as far as Altergeist goes, I'd like to see them just go and give Altergeist like a nice boost to their engine. I don't really need to see like a crazy floodgate win condition or a crazy Towers boss monster, because that seems to be what Konami likes doing to a lot of bad archetypes to allow them to, in a cheap way, compete on a higher level. I'd rather just see them actually make the engine of Altergeist a little bit better, and hopefully that can help catch them up, but we'll see. So yeah, I know a lot of players that will be very excited for that. And then on top of that, we have Chimera, the flying mythical beast. I don't know what they do with this. This is the one where you're just like, where do they even go with this? I have 2 main thoughts in my head, off the top of my head. There's 2 things. The first one is just like a mini archetype. We just saw Gate Guardian kind of become a miniature archetype that you probably don't want to play it pure, but like as a small engine could play in some other things. We saw the Royal Flush Knights, whatever you call those, King's Knight, Queen's Knight, and Jack's Knight archetype become a thing. Could be something like that, right? My other thought is a generic, just one-off, just like modernized version of Chimera, the flying mythical beast, that maybe is like the closest thing since, I guess, Chimera Tech, like Mega Fleet Dragon, but like maybe it can hit any monster off your opponent's field, and maybe it's one of those things where like if you have Gazelle or Baphomet, you can use an opponent's monster as the other material, and you can essentially contact fuse them away. Something like that. I don't know how they'd word it, but essentially being able to contact fuse anything off of your opponent's board as long as you put Gazelle or Baphomet. But you'd have to play the bricks. If you wanted to play something like Fusion Deployment, you're obviously locking yourself into Fusion, so that doesn't work in every deck. So there's definitely some interest there, but it could be good enough in a certain sense, depending on what its effects do, to maybe be a sideable package, maybe even be a mainable package. I don't know. But it could be very interesting. So those are my 2 thoughts. Like a generically applicable like extra deck monster, Fusion, like probably Contact Fusion, but maybe even not Contact Fusion. Maybe it could just be generically good enough. And we saw the new Chimera monster. Can't remember his name right now. That's played in like Despia and stuff. But yeah, very curious to see where they go from there. But that's mostly it. I mean, pretty much just confirming that we have Altergeist and a weird Chimera, like Gazelle / Baphomet, like support here. It's very, very interesting. Very curious to see where they go with those. The only other very interesting piece of information that he mentioned here that's not even really related to what we're talking about, but I saw it and I was like, I definitely want to like mention this to people, is this. We got speed duel information, the new set Streets of Battle City. They got like their press release giving out information on that. Nothing too crazy, right? Especially if you're a TCG player only. But the more important thing here is they announced that Flame Swordsman is one of like the I don't know if it's a promo card or one of the like higher rarity cards in the set, being printed in the set. Even for Speed Duel status, Flame Swordsman is like not a good card in Speed Duel, which is kind of crazy. So pretty much where we end up off of that is the fact that it gives even more credence to the potential for Flame Swordsman to get a full-on archetype in the next Flame Legendary Duelist, and Joey Wheeler to subsequently be placed on the cover as like a promotional character for it. I talked about this when we were going through the characters. Jack Atlas has his own structure deck now, so he's probably not in. And then other than that, we know Axel Brody and the dude who plays Battling Boxer. You know, characters that if you know the anime, you probably know, but not super, you know, front and center characters that anybody would know. And so I felt like they were going to try and throw somebody else up in there. Maybe it'll just be Soul Burner with Salamangreat, but I think Joey Wheeler is much bigger than Soul Burner at this point. So I think it's also possible they go that route. So just very interesting to note, just gives even more credence to the Joey Wheeler Flame Swordsman, you know, Legendary Duelist potential. We'll see. I'm very interested in that because not only is that interesting, but we just got in for Noble Knight support. If Flame Swordsman gets an archetype, I'm assuming it's going to be an almost all Fire Warrior archetype. Does that even work in? Even more so with you know, the for Noble Knights. We will have to see. But I'm very interested nonetheless. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for today. Just want to go over the leaks real quick. I think the leaks are very exciting. Pokemon gets like huge leak cycles for like new games and stuff. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't get as much just because we're always rotating so much news constantly that it's like, you know, by the time you make a leak, like in the next week or two, it's out. Whereas with Pokemon, you make a leak and then like over the next 8 months, they're releasing stuff that could still be in your leak. So, or at least from what I've seen. So a little bit weird, but just want to go over it here. I thought this would be a really cool one. Just kind of throw at you guys. But let me know your thoughts down below. A couple different things. Altergeist. If Altergeist is getting support here, what do you want to see for them specifically? How do you want Konami to throw support their way? The Chimera, like what do they do with that? Would you rather have the generic extra deck idea, or would you rather have the like an engine, like a you know what I mean, something akin to the Gate Guardian stuff, akin to the you know, the Royal Knights, something like that. Let me know your thoughts on that, and then also let me know your thoughts on the Flame Legendary Duelist, the Fire one, and just general thoughts on that stuff. But I'm out of here for today, guys. Shout out to Payne, by the way, for the leaks, the information there. He is follow him on Twitter if you are not, and pray for him. Pray for his Volcanic support. I'm really hoping he gets it, and I'm hoping it at least makes Volcanic rogue-ish and playable, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm out of here for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff from your boy down the line. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.